Darvin, could you just speak to the start Jamal Murray got off to them and how that kind of put you guys behind the eight ball for the rest of the game?
And he got off scorching. I felt like we were doing a pretty decent job on everyone else. You know, he's one of those players, man. He gets to see it. Once he starts to see them go in, it's just he catches fire and he rolls them off pretty quickly, which he did in that first half. Basically carried them offensively through that half. But, you know, we did a little better job third quarter, I felt like. But, you know, it's a tough ball club. You know, shout out to them. They're again, they've been at the top of the food chain for a reason and have a plethora of guys that can hurt you. As what's on full display tonight. But, you know, circumstances are what they are. Difficult, but not impossible. We just need to come out, you know, start the recovery process now and get ready to get a game on Monday.
Darvin, you guys have spent basically the 80-plus games trying to come back. Like, that's been the story of this team all season. Are you seeing enough energy from this group to still do it? Are you seeing the receipts maybe a little bit from the push your team has had to put into all of this to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because a lot of it, you know, against the really, really good teams, and we're a really, really good team. And I've seen how our defense, you know, has put people in awkward positions and caused them to self-destruct at times, whether it was finishing up the regular season or in these playoffs. And, you know, the defense is, once you get to this point, you know, what's conference finals, the defense gets dialed up that much more. And so you can't have self-inflicted wounds, whether it's turnovers, whether it's giving up offensive rebounds, silly fouls that helps them get to the bonus quicker. I mean, I just think those things you got to be extremely, extremely disciplined. And then, you know, you got to have some things fall your way as well. We had a bunch of shots that rimmed out. It's just unfortunate. But again, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. You just got to pick yourself back up. Again, fill our cups back up and try to come out and get one on Monday.
Darvin, at times it did feel like the team did take advantage of some of those non-Joker minutes between Austin and AD. Was it just because of that first quarter slump and that Jamal Murray, of course, first half, that kind of made it hard to come back from?
Yeah, I mean, he got going. I thought we were able to come back and take a lead. They had some, man, give them credit, man. They had some guys step up and make some big shots. You know, Bruce Brown, Jeff, Michael Porter Jr., like they had some guys that stepped up and played well. And, you know, in the absence of Joker. And then once he came back, he just did what he does. And so, I mean, our biggest thing is, again, us continuously applying pressure, playing downhill, playing in the paint, making a simple play. And sometimes it worked out sometimes, and other times, you know, we had some unfortunate circumstances in terms of turnovers or point-blank miss or give them a second chance opportunity. Like, we just got to be more solid.
Darvin, pregame asked you about D'Lo. He went 1 for 8 today, 1 for 6 on threes. What did you make of his performance, or just kind of the struggles he's going through?
All good looks. All good looks. He just has to remain aggressive. All good looks.
Darvin, what worked defensively in the second half against Jamal Murray that might not have been working in the first half when he was going?
I mean, we just decided to put a body on him and keep a body on him. He was getting loose. We had some miscommunication plays where, you know, one person may have thought we were redding, another person thought we were staying home without me, you know, looking at the game yet. Just felt like he took advantage of some of our defensive breakdowns. And, you know, he scores in a variety of ways. It's not like a guy that's going to run 50,000 pick and rolls and so you can switch up that coverage and be okay, kind of slow him down. It's pick and roll, it's off ball, it's back doors, it's everything. And so finding them in transition. But us, you know, the adjustment was both Dennis and Vando, I thought, you know, tried their best to slow him down and disrupt him a little bit. In the second half, I thought we were able to do that, 30 in the first half, 7 in the second half. So, but again, just trying to mix up the pitches, but keep a body on them. And again, Dennis and Vando, they tried, but he's a hell of a player. And once he gets rolling, it doesn't matter who's in front of him.
Darvin, you guys take to your left. You guys take the lead in the fourth quarter, and I don't want to be disrespectful. They hit the 2 good threes, but they went on an 11-0 run. Was that defense? Was that turnovers? What did you see in that short little window?
I mean, I thought it was a little bit of everything. I mean, I have to go back and look at the tape to be 100% sure, but thought a couple of turnovers, offensive rebounds by them, a couple missed shots by us, point blank, a couple open misses from 3, and it just snowball effect.
Darvin, I'd ask you about the play of role players. How do you think Rui, Austin, Jared, Diaz, and D'Angelo, how do you think they equated themselves out there tonight?
I thought they did the best they could, all of them. They competed. And I'm disappointed, but I'm not upset. You know what I mean? In terms of, yeah, it sucks to lose, but those guys fought. They fought their hearts out. They tried to execute what we gave them, and for some of them, shots went down. For some of them, some didn't. And that's just the way it goes, man. Like it's their fight. Nobody was out there just going through the motions. Everyone, I felt like, everyone was competing and trying to get stuff done when they were on the floor.
Yeah, Darvin, with Denver's shot making, I think they've hit at least 14 threes in the three games tonight. Even when Jokic was sitting, they got the 5 threes at the end of that stretch. What do you look at scheme-wise versus just size or what they're doing, and is there anything that can be adjusted going into Game 4?
Yeah, we'll go back and look at the tape and then see where we go from there. Just everyone, as long as we remain competitive and ready to give multiple efforts, just in a general sense, I think we give ourselves a chance to be successful. But in terms of the particulars and the coverages and adjustments, we'll go back and look at the tape, and then that'll reveal to us what we need to do.
Hey, Darvin, I remember you recently wrote 0.3 on a whiteboard, signifying the chances that, you were given to make the playoffs after a 2-10 start. Obviously, the chances of recovering from a 3-0 hole are even tougher. Is there still that hope, though, considering everything that you guys have overcome already this season?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the deficit is 3-0, not 4. So as long as they haven't gotten to 4 yet, there's still hope. We're still alive. We just have to focus on winning one game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Hey, Rui, at this point, how do you guys try to focus on Game 4 and not get discouraged by the fact that it's 3-0 now?
I mean, yeah, I've never been in a position like this, so I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just gotta, we just gotta watch film tomorrow and, just focus on ourselves and, trying to win the next game. Yeah.
Rui, Austin came in here and talked about, obviously, Denver, a very good three-point shooting team with Nikola Jokic. But when you look at what you think you guys could have done better tonight, where can the improvements be made for Game 4?
Yeah, I just think I've been saying it, but I think they're just bigger than us. They can just shoot over us. We smaller than them, so they can just shoot over us. And of course, the Jokic is a good passer, so he just get a lot of attention when he has the ball. So we just sometimes watch him and get back out, or the other side of the court is wide open. So it's just they're a good team. So you gotta give them the credit. Yeah.
Rui, when you're also trying to give the team offense and then defend Jokic, how difficult is that on you physically?
I mean, it's actually not bad, It's just I like being physical, so it's just nothing, For me, it's nothing crazy, but as a team, I think they're just they're big, they're very physical, they're fast, and so just those are things hurting us right now. So yeah, we just gotta try to I just gotta try to win next game. Yeah.
Anything else, Jeff?
Hey, Ray, how do you feel like, how has your feeling about and your confidence about your ceiling as a player in this league changed throughout this playoff run? Because you obviously played really well.
For me, I don't know. It's just the people that know me for a long time. Just from the Wizards or like other players or coaches. For me, I don't think it's nothing. It's not new for me. It's just I had this for a while, and it's just a different opportunity. It's the Lakers is like one of the biggest team in the league, and playing with LeBron, AD, the highest level. So it's just a different opportunity, and it's nothing new for me. Yeah.
お疲れ様です。ウィザーズにいた時に一回第1ラウンドで 0-3 というのはありましたけれども、今回レギュラーシーズンの終盤からずっと実績を残してきたこのチームで、今の状況でこのチームでみんなでなんとかできるというような手応えっていうのは以前以上に今ありますか？
そうですね。新しいチームでやってきて、まだ3ヶ月ぐらいでしか一緒にやってないので、その中でこうやってここまで来れたことがすごいと思いますし、その中で僕らも、次の一戦をまず取ることだけを集中してやるしかないんじゃないかなと思います。
お疲れ様です。ヨキッチとずっとシリーズの最初の方からマッチアップしてますけれども、そのチャレンジっていうんですかね、どれだけ大変なことなのか、どういったところが大変で、相手のアジャストに対して自分はどういうふうにまた対応しているのか、その辺を聞かせてください。
もちろん彼はMVP なので、今年は違いますけど、ずっと MVP の選手としてやってきてたので、そういう中でそういうチームと対戦することで、僕もその相手をヨケッチをマークしているので、そういうところで僕としてはやっぱディフェンスでチームでも信頼というか任されてるんだなっていう気持ちはありますし、そういう中で、今日は僕守ってる時はいい感じでできたんじゃないかなと思うので、次の試合もそれを意識してやっていきたいなと思います。
Thanks, Rui. LeBron's on his way here.
Ready, Austin? Yep. Mike?
Hey, Austin, just first of all on tonight's game, that stretch in the third quarter when Jokic was out and they kind of kept hitting the threes, it seems like Denver's been doing that consistently all three games. So how do you guys handle that defensively, and where do you think the difference was?
They're a really good team. They got a group of guys that can shoot the three behind Jokic. Even though he's not on the court, doesn't change the fact that they can shoot the ball. So we just got to be more locked in, ready to scramble with Jamal Murray, playing the way that he was playing in the first half. You had to give him a lot of attention, but tip your hat.
Also, you mentioned the tipping of the hat. I mean, all three games, it was a possession or two game in the fourth quarter. Is there something that you feel like has been consistent in all three that was a difference maker for Denver?
I don't know. I mean, obviously there's something there that, swings in their favor. But to pinpoint it, if I knew that answer, I feel like we would voice that and change it. Like I said, really good team, tip your hat. But, we'll get ready for Monday.
Dan?
Austin, this team has basically been playing from behind since the first game of this season. What have you seen from this group that offers any optimism that it has one more comeback in it? And is that something that you can think about in moments like this, down 3-0?
Obviously, right now you're, pissed off, how the outcome has come the last three games. But like you said, our back's been against the wall. I've spoke about probably the last 2 months, maybe more than that. since the trade deadline. You know, swinging, throwing punches to fight to get to this opportunity. So, you know, we'll go watch film tomorrow, you know, and we can either come out Monday and go home, or we can, you know, fight for another day. And with the group of guys that we got, you know, I know what that, you know, answer will be.
Jovan?
Austin, is there anything you take from tonight that's a sense of optimism for you guys from, you know, be it an adjustment or the way something kind of played out that you guys can kind of look toward for Game 4?
Right now, I can't really give you anything. Like I said, frustrated over the loss, so I haven't really thought about it that much. But we'll go back, like I said, watch film tomorrow, and you know, try to be better on Monday.
Any more questions for Austin?
Hey, Austin. How do you feel the team's level of energy and your personal level of energy is after, like you said, there's been 2 months of kind of throwing punches, trying to claw your way back into the fight here?
Energy level's high. You know, we get to play basketball for a living, and this is what every guy in the locker room, every guy in the league, you know, chooses to do, and it's something that you have a very high passion for. So any day that you wake up and you go to a job you love, as I'm sure y'all know, you don't need, you know, any extra, you know, push or motivation just because you're doing what you love. So that's enough right there. Every day I walk in the gym and everybody's happy to be there, you know, seeing one another, hanging out, you know, getting work in, just being around is really fun, and that ain't going to change. I mean, we'll go in tomorrow, and I'm sure everybody's not going to be in a good mood, but, you know, we're still excited to, you know, be doing this every day.
Last question, Crystal?
Hey, Austin, a lot of pick and roll from Murray and Jokic. Do they have one of the harder ones to defend so far in your experience?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very good proof of it, just because they're both so dynamic, you know, and with the way Jamal Murray's been shooting the ball, and then just the ability of Jokic, as I spoke about last 3 games, his ability to, you know, get the best out of everybody on the team. You know, he's going to put you in positions to be successful. And, you know, when you have 2 guys like that, you know, that's, I mean, very hard to guard. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
LeBron, just from a leadership perspective, what's the message to your teammates right now, down 0-3?
I mean, just got to get one. It's one at a time. You know, just focus on Game 4, and you know, that's all you can really think about. I mean, obviously this game is over and done with. We had some opportunities, but we didn't come through. So just get ready for Monday, and you know, just got to get one. And it's one game series for us. So every game counts, obviously.
Jovan?
LeBron, you guys had, I think, a 1 or 2 point lead with like midway through the 4th.
1 point lead.
1 point lead.
Yeah.
Then they went on an 11-0 run.
We had back-to-back turnovers, and they hit 2 threes. Just called a timeout. That was the game.
Yeah, I guess what'd you see in that?
That was the game. We had back-to-back turnovers. After Rui went up and made 2 free throws, we went up 1, and we had back-to-back turnovers. And they hit back-to-back threes, made us take a timeout. We never got back in rhythm.
Dan?
LeBron, this team has been in kind of fight for survival mode for months.
Oh, for sure.
Has there been any build-up from that in terms of like you guys having to be so locked in for, what, 40 games now or 50 games?
Yeah, we still are. We still are. And, you know, we got to come in, obviously, tomorrow and watch film and be upset and be disappointed in whatever the case may be, and use that and use some of the you know, miscues or whatever the case may be, and then also some of the things that we did well to apply to Game 4. You know, and you know, that's all you can worry about.
Dave?
LeBron, what's Denver doing in this series so far that's allowed them to be successful? Like, obviously, you guys faced them in the conference finals a couple years ago. They have all-stars, accomplished players on their team, but where do you think the edge has been for them?
I mean, obviously Jamal was fantastic in the first half today. He got him off to a great start, and even with that, we were only down 3 at the half. I think it's been the timely shots by their role players. Obviously, I think the KCP, the Michael Porter Jr.'s, the Bruce Browns, even Jeff, hit a big-time timely shot today, when we were kind of going on a run. So I think it's been their supporting cast have kind of made those timely shots that's, allow them to kind of have the edge.
Melissa?
Hey, Bron, you guys had 0.3% written on the whiteboard very recently, signifying your chances of making the playoffs. You guys did anyways. Obviously, the odds of coming back from a 3-0 deficit are even tougher. But is that belief still there?
I mean, it should be. I hope so. I don't know. Can't speak for the guys right now because I don't know what's going on through all their minds right now, but I still do. It's time. I'm going right back home and start to refuel and start the treatment process and recovery process and get ready for Monday. So my mindset is always locked in as if it's a game one.
Steve?
LeBron, follow up to that. The only way you can win this is to make history. You've made history so many times before. You know the game. Does that thought even cross your mind that that's the only way you can do it and you'd like to make history again, obviously?
Of course. That's the only mindset for me, for sure.
Last question, Rachel?
What's the biggest challenge trying to defend Jamal Murray, with him in particular?
I mean, once he gets going, it's kind of hard to turn him off. I mean, obviously, he got going from the very beginning. We watched one clip at halftime where we allowed him to see the ball go in because we didn't match up a transition early in the first quarter, and he had one from their left wing by their bench, a wide open shot. And a guy that has that type of rhythm, and we all know, I mean, Jamal is one of those guys in our league that he'll run off 20 and a quarter or 30 and a half. That's what he did tonight. So, everyone in our league knows that, especially when it gets going against the bouncing and shooting them, the 3 ball, shooting the mid-range, posting up smaller guards where he can score at all 3 levels of the game, from the paint, from the free throw line and also from the 3-point line. So you tip your hat. He's a hell of a player. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
AD, that stretch after Jokic got his 4th foul, he went out for the rest of the third in about 7 minutes. Where did you feel like you weren't quite able to take full advantage, and how it was any of that emblematic of Denver and what they've been doing for the 3 games with the shot making?
Yeah, I mean, they made some shots down the stretch. KCP, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, made shots. We didn't, I think it was like 4 for 12 or something down the stretch or something like that. So that was the difference.
Yovan?
AD, how do you find optimism in this situation down 0-3 with obviously the tall task of trying to do something that's never been done before?
Take it one game at a time. Come Monday, leave it all on the floor and try to get a win. Then you take it to game 5, game 6, game 7. I mean, that's all you can really do. Go back tomorrow. Well, go tomorrow and look at the film, see what can get better, especially late game, on both ends of the floor, and then get ready to line them up on Monday and try to keep the season alive.
Dan?
AD, you guys have put so much into getting to this point in terms of 6 games under 500, 13th place, all of that stuff. Do you feel like there's been any mental or physical kind of accumulation to the climb, the extended climb that you guys have had to be on?
I think everyone in that locker room, look at it as, obviously a challenge, but quote unquote, we've done it before. Like you said, 2-10, 13th place, climbing uphill, basically all season to get to this point. And it's the same thing here. Obviously it's a steeper climb, being down 0-3, but we're going to keep taking it one game at a time and try to get better and come out with a win on Monday.
Melissa?
Hey, AD, I asked Braun this, and I want to get your take too. Obviously, you guys have overcome overwhelming odds before. You know, the 0.3% chance that you guys recently had written on the whiteboard. The odds are even harder now, but is that belief still there that you guys can do this?
Yeah, for sure. We never, we're never a team to pack it in. Obviously, as you see throughout the course of the season, we've always been a team to fight. We're resilient, and we're going to keep fighting until it's over. It's not over. They have to win another game. And like I say, our job is to, take it one game at a time and focus on Monday.
Crystal?
AD, in these first three so far, what is your feel of what works best or what is most effective in guarding Jokic, whether it's the help defense, bringing a double, drawing him away from the basket?
I think it's just giving him different looks, whether it's myself, Brian, Rui, double teaming, not double teaming. You just gotta, with a player like that, you just gotta throw different pitches at him, so he's not, comfortable with doing one thing or reading the defense the same way. So I think we did a good job of that tonight, mixing up pitches and making it tough on him. Obviously made some shots down the stretch, but throughout the course of the game, switching up our pitches defensively and then also attacking them offensively, seeing why he was in foul trouble. So I don't think he was the problem. I mean, Jamal Murray got hot early on in that first quarter, and then there are other guys, Michael Porter, KCP, Bruce Brown. I think all of them guys over 15 points. They made some tough shots, some big shots for them down the stretch as well. So, like I said, we go back and look at it, figure out ways we can be better, and then get ready for Monday.
Time for two more. All right, thanks, AD.